Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing okay. It's good to see you and welcome to Super Adventure Bugs. As you know, Super Adventure Bugs has two modes. There are worlds, there are zones in those worlds. Completing these zones in normal difficulty can be done easily, but completing them in Tribulation mode requires guides. And I do have guides for it for World 1, Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, but this time I'm gonna do something different because this year I have decided to get myself Moto's infusions. Moto has two infusions, pixel infusions, just like the effect that's in front of the box you see behind me. One of them is blue, one of them is red. And to be able to get them, you need to farm World 1, Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, and World 2, Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3 on Tribulation mode. And each of them, each zone you need to complete 16 times. So it was God's given that I learned some skipping skills because these episodes take a lot longer if you do them the normal way. So my videos from before, they're still viable, still usable. They will teach you how to do World 1, Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3 on Tribulation difficulty in the normal way. But these techniques I'll teach you today are used to farm these zones on Tribulation mode for infusions and for other purposes. I've avoided these for a very long time, but when you need to grind something, farm something for this much, it's God-given that you learn these skills. So I'm here to teach you these skills as well so you can grind these and get your infusions. Because it turns out they're not really that difficult. But a disclaimer here, I am nowhere near people who actually climb flat walls. There are guilds who fast run jumping puzzles. There are guilds who does competitions how to climb a normal wall. I'm nowhere near in those people's skills. They call it a technique. There are different techniques to do this. Doing pixel jumps, you need to get the feeling of it. So I'm gonna try to teach you how I acquired this skill. So let's get to it. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take you to a place you can actually work on this pixel jump thingy. And I'm gonna teach you there how to do it and how to get the feeling of it. And later on, I will be sharing videos from World 1, Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. These videos will include the skips in these areas, the pixel jumps in these areas, so that you can use those videos to farm the zones. I am recording these... How can I say it? I am recording these I am not only not like I'm recording something, not like I'm exclusively recording. Okay, that could be the thing I'm looking for. I'm not exclusively recording, I'm recording while also playing. So I actually have oopsie. So it's not scripted, so you will hear my keyboard, which I think is a good thing, so that you can hear that how am I using my keyboard when I'm doing the pixel jumps. Dodge jump you're gonna absolutely need for World 2, even for the normal way, and pixel jump you're gonna need for both World 1 and World 2. And there are more ways to skip than my videos show, but we're gonna cover the basic ones, the easiest ones in my opinion. So, our jump skip is going to be here. There is this another skip. Both of them come to the same place, same skip in the end. Some people use this one, but I recommend this one as a beginner. As you can see from how I use my screen, I am actually using mouse and my right click to be able to use my camera. So this is, in my opinion, was one of the things that kept me from learning these jumps. Because for some of the pixel jumps and some of these glitches, you need to be able to approach that rogue pixels in a certain speed. And this keeps me from doing it, in my opinion, because as soon as I ditched this for action camera, it helped me a ton. I started being able to get the feeling of it, understand it. Because this is actually a tactic PvP people use. Not PvP people, there's no such thing. You understand me. People who enjoy PvP, like World vs. World, they use this camera. This camera. The reason is because, I mean, it helps in PvE too, in raids or in like hardcore content, fractals, CMs, it will obviously be useful, but I haven't been using it because this becomes difficult to aim some skills. That is the reason. But in PvP, everything happens so fast. So this camera is actually better to keep you faster too. So the reason people use this is because when I'm going backwards, this is really slow, as you can see. But when I'm using action camera, I'm really fast. Action camera is a legit tactic people who play PvP World vs. World uses because it makes you faster. It doesn't matter which way you wanna go, you'll be fast. Walking back cannot even be compared to the speed you get from action camera. Using action camera for pixel jump is also very useful because when you panic or wanna be fast, you'll eventually misclick and use left, right, back and slow yourself down midair or the moment you catch that pixel. Action camera will prevent you from sabotaging your own jump. Because I did. So that is the one tip. And the second tip is getting the feeling of it before you do the jump. You need to feel where the rogue pixel is. It doesn't matter people tell you it is on that square. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, I couldn't do it before I get the feeling of it. For the rogue pixels, you don't exactly need to fall from above when you're getting them. This move, you're jumping from here, from up to down, doesn't exactly get it. Sometimes you approach it like this. Sometimes when you approach it like this, does it make sense? Instead of jumping and falling from above, you're approaching it like this. Sometimes this will help you get the feeling of that rogue pixel. This is what we're gonna do. And for the longest time, for someone who has never tried these jumps, I thought pixel jumping was something that a rogue pixel would keep you on the corner. It was something like this in my mind. It turns out it's not that at all. Rogue pixel not big enough to hold you stable like this, but you can use it to do a double jump to a higher point, basically. This is what a rogue pixel jump is. So, let's get the feeling of it first. So, see, something pushed me down there. I will slow the video down when you are watching it. See? This is the first step you should get to. So I got the jump, I just couldn't get high enough to get to the point. You need to use the space fast when you're doing the pixel jump. So it's like space, you jump, get the feeling and then space again. Another tactic, these are the things I do not actually get the feeling of. Some people approach these rogue pixels not from the front, but from sides. Sides like these. From... See, there's something that's pushing me down. It's not... See, there's a rogue pixel here, for example. That's how they get the feeling of it. So when you approach it from the sides instead of the front, people do it more successfully. Another thing is some people apparently like to use their camera like this, first person view. Apparently this also helps some people. You have to try and find your own way. I like it not far like this, but like this. Also, when you're doing these kind of jumps, never ever leave W. You always jump pressing forward. See. So here, the second way of doing this is from here, you do a jump from this corner, you come like this and get the pixel jump here and go over this, and basically you end up in the same space like me. This proved to be more difficult for me. I chose to learn this one. So there are more tactics to these. I want to keep it basic and simple. This is one of them. So the second thing is that how to do dodge jump. This is just, I'm giving you a tactic. For the dodge jump, you just press space and dodge at the same time. But like at the same time. Exactly at the same time. So it doesn't always 100% work because there's human error. But if you use a macro, it 100% works. Why do we use dodge jump though? So when you use a normal jump, you cannot always go that far. But one of the tactics is, one of the things I learned is that there's this thing in Guild Wars. If you actually go as much as this, like beyond the edge of the things, it gives you really small temporary speed boost, so you can actually jump further than if you jump from here, if you jump from here. So this is one of the things I learned throughout the years. So if you want to do a long jump, you let yourself out a little bit, out of the edge. But that still doesn't cover as much distance as doing a dodge jump. Dodge jump covers a lot more distance. And for World 2, for some of the jumps, even for the regular way of the Tribulation mode, you need to be able to do it. So the reason I didn't have World 2's Tribulation mode guides was because I absolutely avoided learning the dodge jump. So this is to be able to farm World 2's zones. Even with the skips, you need to get the skill. And if you want to try the skips or farm it for the infusions or any other reason, I will be sharing a guide for these zones soon enough. Just wait for a day, the video is ready, and this event is time limited, so I will share it as soon as possible while you work on your skips and practice these. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you. I tried my best to give you the feeling of it and why, and to make you understand why is it important to learn these. And it is not that difficult, and even as a beginner that you can grasp some of the parts, even if you're not gonna climb flat walls. So I hope this helps you. See you guys on the video.
You can use the clouds. Don't go too close to the shopkeeper. Okay, no bubbles for you then.
What?
Well, it's a timer.
What? What do you mean? I worked for it. I deserve it. Oh.